Here we go, 7.4. Here's the solution to the last problem. And here are the journal entries. Oops, too far. Let's talk petty cash. Petty cash. Petty cash is cash we have on hand, a small amount. Picture it usually like in a lockbox under somebody's desk. And it's just cash that I have on hand for like small purchases. I want to send somebody out to go get a couple of stamps, or I want to send somebody to go get, a pizza for the team. It's a few $100s that you just have on cash on hand in your business just for simple, silly things. All right, petty. Petty means small. All right. You want to have somebody in charge of it. Usually it's some sort of administrative assistant. I don't say that in any derogatory way against administrative assistants. It's just that they're usually a central person, and it makes sense for them to be, in charge of it because they're a central point for most people. You want to have some sort of fixed amount, whether it's $200 or $500. You don't want to go too high though, because the whole point is it's a small amount of money. It's petty cash. You want to make sure that there's documentation in there, like who's taking money out, who's putting money back in, receipts, and so on. You want to have maybe some sort of petty cash ticket, like I said, receipts. So picture how this is. I say, Sandy, go out and take from the petty cash $50 and go buy 3 pizzas for the team. So Sandy will go out, buy 3 pizzas for the team with the money, and come back, and she'll come back with my change and the receipt, and put them back in the box. Lock it back up. All right. So at any point, there should be a fixed amount of money in that box, cash and receipts. So let's say I decided I wanted $500 in my petty cash box. I should start off with $500 in cash, and then as people are using it, right, which they need authority to do, as people are using it, then they're putting receipts back in. So if I added up all the cash and all the receipts, it should still total to $500. There's a whole movie that's based on this. It's from the 80s. It's called Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead. So if you want to watch that, it's kind of fun. All right, so let's look at petty cash here, the journal entries for it. We decided to set up a petty cash fund of $150. So the journal entry for that's easy. Debit petty cash, credit cash. You're taking it out of your regular cash accounts, you're putting it into petty cash. 150 is a little low, but to each their own. Okay, so now that's January 1st. Now as time goes on, you have the idea the petty cash fund will be replenished whenever the fund reaches a balance of $20 or less. Okay, so the person is in charge of it is, back and forth, people writing tickets, what are they spending on, bringing back receipts, money's going back and forth. It says on February 10th, the fund holds $12 and is replenished. Okay, so how do we do that? The idea is we're going to take all the receipts out of that box. So all the expenses we had during the month. Some are going to be office supplies. And as you see, office supplies, $34. Postage, $28. Store supplies, $19. Repairs, $52. All of those receipts should be in there. So when the accountant takes them out of the box, you're going to start recording those things as the expenses that they are. So we're going to record them. We've got debit office supplies, debit postage expense. These could be miscellaneous expense. It's up to your company how you want to do this. Debit store supplies. Maybe it's just one supplies. I'm just using all of the examples here. And some sort of repair expense. So if we added all of these guys up, hang on, too far. If we added all of these guys up, 34, I'll do it real quick, 34 and 28 and 19 and 52, you're at $133. Okay, that right there is $133. However, there is $12 left in the box, 12 actual dollars. And it should have $150, right? So the amount of cash I have to put back in there, if I have $12 in actual cash, don't worry about the receipts right now. If I have $12 in actual cash, I need it to be $150. I need to put $138 back in that box. So I need to credit my cash for $138. However, I only have receipts for $133, so I don't balance. It's going to happen, right? People are going to forget to give you a receipt. Somebody's going to forget to give you their change. $5 though, you're not going to chase somebody for $5. So if that's the case, we're off by this little amount, and this is true for like bank register tills and things like that, you're not going to chase people for a few bucks. You're going to debit or credit as needed this new account. It's called cash short and over. It can be a debit, it can be a credit, it is whatever it needs to be. It is a plug. That's what you refer to as a plug. It is just a number you're sticking into place to make it work. So now we've got a 138 of debits and 138 of credits. That's it. All right. So here, I'll give you one to do on your own. Oops, kind of. Sorry, all over the place. Do this on your own, and I will pull up the solution here. Pause it. Okay. And the same idea. The difference between this one and the previous one you just did is the cash shortened over winds up being a credit in this example. All right, and that's it. See you in chapter 8.